Well, it looks like summer has gone, and it feels like it's been weeks or months since the last been down here. But as you can see, the mast is still on. I haven't managed to get that taken down, so just waiting for a time when I can get the crane in gear and get this mast down. So what I'm doing in the meantime, I'm going to be taking all these stanchions off if they come out. They are just held in, as you can see, with a split pin, and they should just slide out. I'm not sure how easy that's going to be, but I'm just going to take these off. And then once I've taken those off, or do the boom first, actually, take the boom down. So I'm just clearing stuff away just to make it a lot easier. I'm going to tie any lines that are sort of tied to the guide rails, just wrap them around the mast so that when it comes to taking the mast down, it is literally undoing the shrouds and the forestay and the backstay. So it's not much going on this week, apart from this. So hopefully by next week I will have the mast off. So that's one less thing to bang my head on. So now, it's just a case of getting the lines off. So now for this, I've already done the other side where I've been made it easy to get on, but these are just split pins, which if it's anything like the other side, just literally broke off. And then once I've taken these off, it's just some string on the other end. So here it is, the moment of truth. So I'm sure these split pins were meant to be actually split when they're put in, I'm not sure. I probably should have bought a hammer. You can see there's lots of water underneath there, but it's mainly if it's going inside. There we go. They do come out, but it's not easy. So what I discovered is the split pins are getting a little bit stuck, and also these are so wonky anyway. There's my reason taking these off rather than actually taking the actual bases off was to leave it sealed. So they've got the screws in this hole, but looking at the first couple, there's water going in anyway, so I might as well just take the whole lot off. It's a lot easier, and where you haven't got friends, you just use duct tape. So this is secure it, and then it's just time to undo all the bolts apart from 2 have come off without having to do this. But let's have a look inside. So yes, I've got one left on. There we go. Easy as that. And I've got one on the left there to go bolt to do, nut I mean, but all the other nuts have come off. So let's go and do, well, let's go take all the stanchions off. So I'm going to put this in a video at some point, but I'm very lucky to have a really nice friend that can print out the PDF plan files. Now what I wasn't expecting was it to be this big. So, to give you an idea, full size plans. So this is really going to help when because I can trace the outline of some of these to redo the plans inside. But these are original pencil plans that were digitised by someone in the Colvick group. Excellent supportive group, but excellent friend as well that's printed these out. So I've got the full original plans for the boat. And can't really see it, but I think there's about 10 different sheets of all the plans, but I'll go into these a bit more next week. But these are going to be very, 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 very handy. But I just was not expecting them to be so big. They're bloody awesome. I think I'll frame these and put these up on the wall. So just in time for a lovely sunset. Now I wasn't going to do this, but I did end up doing this because on the bases underneath the water was getting in anyway, so it didn't really matter trying to save the bases and leave the bases behind, so I could leave the screws in was a bit pointless. And every single one just come out very easily apart from one which I had to drill out. There's always one bolt that just doesn't want to go, so I had to drill that out, and luckily enough I saved the base. It's just a screw that I drilled out, but I thought it was going to rain, so I took the camera in. But here we go. So both sides have no guardrails, so just got to be a bit more careful when I'm coming up. And I don't know if I showed that. That stopped the only other place where water was getting in. There we go. So no stanchions. It looks quite bare now, but that I was going to do it anyway. And when we take the mast down, I'm just going to wrap some tape around the mast just to keep all those lines from blowing around and creating noise. But it just means when I go around and do everything, it's one less thing for the mast to sort of catch on, and it makes it a bit easier to remove. But yeah, so mast down next. Once mast down, build a shelter, and then start work on the decks. Exciting times. But look at that sunset. For some reason the sunsets down here are always amazing. But yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again next week.